Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. For every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Got him. He's sacked.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his target, and it's complete. And the defense brings him down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Your coverage team makes the stop on this return. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, and he fumbles. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
Looking for some space. It's Johnson. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Gets out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
Nice catch by the receiver along the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful.
7th play of the drive coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
He's escaping the pocket now. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And they've got him. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or they have to settle for 3? They'll try to run for the first down. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pocket breaking down. He's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So to avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He makes the grab. Touchdown, Bama. Strong game by this quarterback.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things like...
And the junior gets home making a sack there. And the Seminoles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he'll drop back here on third down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. It's a short return. They make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Pass caught, second down now. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a quick shovel pass. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Alabama 14, Florida State 0.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? Return to pick six. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Now it's second down here. pass. The catch is made. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Trying to extend the play. And now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown. Tied.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. I'm not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
28, Florida State, 0.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. He's stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
How about that? The defense does their job on 3rd down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's 4th and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough.
Not fielded cleanly. It's a loose football. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Will hand it off. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed,
But he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
They're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on third down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on fourth down.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. We'll see if he's got the leg from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Looking to throw it on first down. Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his back. Caught over the middle. It's Wood. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback looking to scramble. Second down after that previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it go as he's being hit. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Noles.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Fires it on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Defense is coming after him. Using his legs on the scramble. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Shotgun formation here on third down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Noles will kick this away to get the second half going. Bringing it out, it's Dickey. Look at him run through those tacklers. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown.
Of all the skill players on the field, I think this guy might be as gifted as anybody. What a great demonstration of instincts and just raw speed. Once he got into the open field, nobody was going to catch him.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. On first and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Football comes out. Fumble recovered by the defense going the other way.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on a ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And out comes the offense set to take over here. Play action here on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Running with purpose. He's moving out of the pocket. Under pressure, just lets it go. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Pretty good job here by the quarterback of just getting away from the sack and throwing that ball away to live for the next down. I really thought he was going to be brought down. They had such good pressure on him. But once again, you can see the mobility of this young.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
And they've got him again. That ferocious pass rush. Back-to-back sacks.
Man, I can't believe that. They bring the blitz on third down and long, but give them credit. It works out perfectly. They bring the pressure, and it pays off.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They are really in a hole here, and that turnover in the last possession did not help. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He makes the grab. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Back to throw again. The ball is caught. He moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down. The Seminoles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He's got it for a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the ball is hauled in. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the Seminoles hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff. Stop right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
He's running out of time here. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pass rush closing in. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. Looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
With the catch, it's Johnson. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. The pocket breaking down. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Pressure is coming. Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Johnson. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver.
Touchdown, Alabama. And the route is on. And now they'll set up for the point after.
And the score.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
The score, Alabama 45, Florida State 7.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the... Very good field position to start here. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The Noles will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
2nd down after the incompletion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 45, Florida State 7.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Let's fly to the wideout. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
There's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Hands off to the left. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. And if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Looking to pass here on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses him.
Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Touchdown, Bama. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Alabama 52.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Number 11, set to kick this one away.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Looking to throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Wood. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Pulls it in. It's Wood. Physical run earns the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Noles with first and 10 here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
And they hit him just as he releases.
Is incomplete.
It's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd down.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. You missed it. Field goal, no good. That's just a minor blip there in what's been a thoroughly one-sided dominance.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made on the left side. An explosive play, big game, spotted down near the 37. It's a 1st and 10 play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side, that's a big gain. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with 1st down and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Seminoles. Here's the point after attempt.
Number 1 with the catch and score.
And it's good.
The extra point is good. That makes the score Alabama 52.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Makes the defender miss. The gain is good enough for a 1st down near the 38.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. It's caught downfield.
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time he decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
Bringing pressure. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Looks like he's going to run it. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Going to run it. It's Johnson. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Grab made by the tight end. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the quarterback dropping back. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, these guys just won't let up. Another big positive gain here in the passing game from this offense. This is one of those games you kind of look forward to the film study. You get through things on Saturday night. Maybe you go over there on Sunday to the facility, and on Monday as a team, you break down the film. They'll be pretty happy when they get the chance to look at this one.
He finds the running back for a fourth down.